So hi Arijit and welcome on Europedia.
Hello, sir.
Okay, so
Nice to
Arijit,
meet you.
let me thank you first for coming forward voluntarily to share your selection, and let
Thank
me
you.
congratulate you also for your selection in PhD program in the prestigious university in Italy, Calabria University, and you are from computer science background. And
Yes.
I'll be interacting with you, Arijit, and I'll be knowing through you many things which eventually will be helpful for students to take the decision for their higher education. And we have very less interactive session with the students who got selected in Italy. So I'm very sure students are going to get something new flavor today through this interaction. So I come to you only, Arijit, and please tell us about your academic background. Whatever you want to share with us, please share your academic background.
Sure. So, thank you so much, Vijayendra sir, for giving me this platform to share my experience. So, I started my computer science journey way back in 2012. When I completed my graduation in computer science, BSc in computer science from University of Calcutta. And after that, I also did my MSc in 2014 to 2016. After that, I was also working in several different places. And meanwhile, I was also keep on trying to having an MTech degree, because I did not have any research component in my MSc. I mean, significant research contribution or any kind of component. Due to which I thought of doing a MTech, which will be helping me to either get a good job, or maybe I'll be diverted. I mean, I'll be getting a good research exposure. So I was not decided at that time. Okay, so if I join, then certainly I need to do PhD afterwards. But anyways, during this MTech, due to have a good professors as my research guide and all, they kind of motivated me. During this lockdown period also, I got a little bit of demotivation, but they were really helpful. Due to which I completed my MTech in IT in 2021. And my CGPA in MTech, I had 8.13. And as I was a non-IITian, neither my bachelor's degree or master's degree was from IIT, and neither I did BTech. So I was really speculative about getting a opportunity in PhD anywhere. I mean, even in India also, some places do not allow the people who are not having BTech background. So although I had always this wish to teach, and I was teaching in a college. So before joining MTech, so what did I do? I joined again in a college after completion of my MTech. I was working there for 6 months, and by the virtue, maybe I got an opportunity in IIT Guwahati for a junior research fellow position. And my domain of interest has always been IoT, Internet of Things, where I have been working extensively, specifically in the communication part. So I was doing that project there. It was a government funded project, of course. And after completion of that project, it was a short-term project of 4 months. Then I got another opportunity again back in my university from where I did my MTech. And presently I'm working there. And while working, I got this opportunity of getting into PhD in abroad. And I mean, I'll be joining maybe within 2-3 months. I'm not sure about the exact time, but yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Arijit. Knowing your journey, I want to ask you a couple of questions here. One is when you thought of going for PhD program, then normally when students think of abroad foreign universities, they think of countries like USA or the countries in Europe like Germany and all. We get very less interested candidates for countries like Italy. So I want to ask you, like, what kind of opportunities are existing in Italy? And when I'm asking this, my question is related to the kind of scholarships which students can get. How much is the fee structure or something? We have some idea about Germany universities, public universities are there, but less idea about Italy. So please make us aware about the opportunities in Germany for Indians. Italy for Indian students.
Sure. So the thing is, I started application. Just before joining my, before starting applying to these countries in abroad, I kind of decided way back in 2020, around 2021, I decided that if I am going to do PhD, I'll be doing it from Europe for sure. Okay. There is no doubt about it. And that information from Europedia that that is the least amount of money you need to spend in order to get into Europe. I got it from Europedia platform only at that
Okay.
time, and basically that's how I planned my entire CV making journey. You can say, like, so I had my degrees with me, but I did not have research experience much, and teaching experience was also kind of only a guest lecturership. So I made sure that I have a publication. So the task I did in the project that I did in my masters got published in a journal. Sorry, as a big book chapter. It was presented in a conference, but later it was published as a book chapter. And later, I also ensured that again for 6 months I worked in a full time as an assistant professor in a college. So teaching as a TA, if you want to work somewhere, if you have any prior teaching experience, that helps. Your CV actually, these things gets highlighted in your CV. And as I did not have any professional research experience, that's why I thought of doing junior research fellowship jobs like GRF positions. There are a lot of GRF positions keeps on coming in different central government as well as state government institutes. Nowadays, even public research institutes, private research institutes and private universities do have those type of vacancies. It comes out with different advertisements at times. So if you are using LinkedIn wisely, then you can definitely get notified about these things. Now, I did those two GRF jobs, and these 3-4 things actually, whatever the CV it was, it actually strengthened my CV a little bit. And getting into Europe is a challenge where in US or UK, you will see a lot of people just after completion of their masters usually get any positions very easily. Compared to European countries. What happens that in Europe they not only require a good CV in terms of good grades and good universities, but also they see that how much experience do you carry, whether it's teaching or research or any kind of professional other type of industry experience as well or not. So specifically talking about Italy, I have when I started applying, I started applying in Italy way back in 2022. This time only, this time around I started application. So almost 1 year now. So initially there were universities who were asking for different types of requirements were there. So for example, I'm giving you a name of 2 universities now. So one is Politecnico di Milano, that is a famous research engineering institute there. So I think it is the #1 research institute in engineering institute in Italy. There is University of Turin or Politecnico di Torino. These are some of the institutes who requires GRE and IELTS score. Okay, in Italy, these are 2-3 institutes who requires GRE and IELTS score. Although it's not, you do not require a high band or high GRE score, but minimum pass scores will be all right for that. So that is one thing. But other than these institutes, all the institutes do not require either IELTS or GRE or any score. None of the universities requires any score. So you can apply there for sure. Like any Indian, any Pakistani, any subcontinent countries people or any people from the world can apply there. Now, after applying in that institute, there are some institutes who require some kind of fee. For example, I have seen that universities from charges from 5 to 50 euros. It depends upon which university you are applying. But even public universities also sometimes they charge for 10 euros, 20 euros for the application as an application fee. Okay, but some of the universities do not even charge that money as well. Like the university where I got this position, they didn't charge any money. It was a free application. So I applied there as well. So they require these things: your CV, your transcripts, your research experience or any publication if you have before. So they give marks on basis of that, of course. And they also asked for this if you have any work experience specific other than your research experience, those things. And majority on the basis of these components, they evaluate your things. And these components gives you 50%, carries more or less 50%, 40 to 50% marks of your pre-evaluation. Other 60% marks carries the research proposal carries the rest of the 60% of the marks. So research proposal is the most important thing here. So in Italy, if you want to get into, you make sure your research proposal is bang on, and for that you need to contact your professor. So what happens most of the time, if you apply in different institutes in Italy, you apply randomly because they do not mention that you need to contact to the professor, and after that only you can get the position. So people start applying randomly, and most of the time they get failed and all. Even that happened to me as well. But even if you try contacting a lot of professors, sometimes they also say that okay, you just apply. But to be honest, the actual rule is in Italy that all the scholarships, whatever is coming, that first comes to that particular university from the government. But the government do not give that money directly to the professor. Rather they give the money that professor through the university. So, anyways, at the end of the day, the call of taking a student will be under the hand of the professor, not under the hand of the university. So most of the time, what will happen that most of the research group already decided whom to take or whom not to take. So it's the thing that you need to apply way ahead before you know you on this day you are going, or on this particular season you are going to Italy. For example, if you want to apply in the month of June, then you should be prepared by 6 months before of that. So if you are communicating with a professor for like 2 to 3 months regarding this admission process, or keep on mailing and kind of intimidating him that okay, you are a particular guy who's having same research exposure to that thing, then that professor may or may get turn up to you, and then he or she will be accepting your request. I was lucky that I got a very good response. I mean, most of the Italian professors do response, but most of the time they response as a negative response. So you will not be in doubt that okay, whether he will be taking me or not. But this time the professor he did not have any student with him maybe, so he found my CV is very much suitable to his profile, so he accepted me there and there. But usually the ideal thing is that one should apply to the professor, and he or she will be asking you to write a research proposal on a particular topic. Although he or she will be taking an interview before the formal interview, but at that time you will be having that mutual understanding that on what topic you should write the research proposal. There are universities who comes up with the different vacancies. I'm sorry. So there are universities who comes up with vacancies with the particular topic. But if the university is not coming up with particular topic, then you will be having the liberty. This time I was having a particular topic, so I had to write the research proposal on that topic only, because my scholarship will be based on that. But in case some universities is allowing you to choose your own research topic, then you will be having the free hand to decide on what research topic you want to write. And if you and your supervisor is agreeing to write on the same thing, then it will be the best thing to happen.
Okay. So Arijit, now whatever information you provided me, I will put the things in order what I understood. So you said that
Yes.
a couple of university may require GRE, TOEFL, IELTS or something, though the criteria or score may not be very, very high, but they need it, and not many university require it.
No.
So maybe some universities don't require these scores like IELTS, GRE and all. And also you said that, the scholarships and everything is in the hands of professors. So I think getting in touch with the professors is really helpful in Italy. Is that what you said, Arijit?
Yes, I mean, you will be getting, most of the time you will be getting replies. That's for sure. Whether he or she will be able to take you or not, they will clearly mention that.
So Arijit, now it comes to very important point is like how a student can approach a professor. What are the means? Like you mentioned about LinkedIn also. So is this through mail or is it through LinkedIn? How to approach a professor? What is the best way to do that?
Okay. So the thing is, I applied in Italy through this mail, the traditional mail procedure. Like you will be introducing yourself there and what you are doing and all. You'll be attaching your CV. If you want to attach any, I mean, if you are ready with any research proposal, you can attach that. And if you want to attach your transcripts, you can attach your transcripts there. And also, you just write on the particular letter that I am this person. I went through your profile. I found these are the research areas matching with my research area. I am having this type of research experience with me, so and so forth. And if you are interested taking a particular student right now, as I can see there is a vacancy in your university. If you want to take me, then please reply me back. Okay, I'm waiting for your eagerly waiting for your reply. So all these things you can write in a nice manner without any grammatical mistake or proper way. And important thing is you schedule your mails. You do not just send the mail at the middle of the night. So better that you schedule your mail according to the Italian time. So you should schedule your mail like within, if you are applying at in a university, so on Sunday or Saturday you should not send a mail. You should send a mail at the time, like for example, Tuesday morning. Monday also sometimes a lot of mails gets junk on their inboxes. So Tuesday morning, like for example, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. onwards at Italian time. So 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Italian times means it's 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Indian time, or 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. So around afternoon you can send the mail on Tuesday. So it is I think it is the best time for me. It happened in that way, but not all the time you will be finding in this way. Acha, this mail will be received at that site, but not necessarily that reply will be coming then and there. Maybe some professor will be replying, looking at the mail at that moment only, or else you may get the email reply on middle of the night as well. So because they will reply according to their time. Okay. So you also always keep on checking, and within every 1 week you keep on rebuttal that mail if you are not getting any reply. So for example, today you send the mail. So after 1 week, if you haven't got any reply, you just send a rebuttal that this is regarding the last mail which I wrote, any research opportunity. So I'm eagerly waiting for your reply. I can understand your busy schedule, but if you have any time, please reply back. So like that, you can write a rebuttal mail. So that will help you to get as many replies as possible. That worked, completely worked. Talking about LinkedIn, you make your profile updated as much as possible. Okay, even if the professor, I mean, we can't judge it because sometimes professor do not scrutinize the mail by himself or CV by himself. Rather, he or she gives that to someone, some of his assistants, like maybe a postdoc student or a PhD student to see through the particular CV and all. So they will might have a look on your LinkedIn profile. If you have any other type of research profile, like if you have any Google Scholar ID, if you have any Scopus ID index, or if you have any GitHub profile, like in computer science, GitHub profile is a very important thing. So if you have such other profiles, also keep it updated so that nothing goes unseen. So if you're claiming something in your CV or in your cover letter or in your research proposal, not in research proposal, sorry, in your cover letter or in your CV, which is not updated in your any of your social profile, rather work profiles in LinkedIn or GitHub or any other research profile, then that creates a little doubt, like how much genuine that person is, how much updated that person is. So make it sure that things are synced and updated.
So one of the very important information I got from you is like scheduling the mails. I never thought of this earlier. I never heard of this earlier. Very good input, Arijit, from your side. Like it makes sense that don't send on Saturday, Sunday, and send it on Tuesday, not even Monday. Send it, schedule it in such a way that it hits his office in his mailbox. It hits at 10 a.m. As per his time. So that is wonderful information, Arijit, and it will optimize their mailing also. That is a very good input for students. And also you mentioned something about updation of the LinkedIn profiles and all. So how important it is for students to have their LinkedIn profiles, because if somebody is planning to apply abroad and catching with some professor, how important is it for a student to have his LinkedIn profile?
Yeah. So the thing is, everybody can make a LinkedIn profile. It's not a really a hard task to do. It's just like making a Google account or just like making a Gmail account. Okay, it's very easy. But the important thing is that there are a lot of sections and subsections are given in a LinkedIn profile. Like you can customize that according to you or according to your credibilities. So 2-3 things are important. Whatever the information you have in your CV, you directly update that in your LinkedIn profile. That will be there, like your educational qualifications, your work experiences, your publications and all. If you want to give it there, that is fine. That will be there for sure. Other than that, important thing is if you have any endorsements. So endorsement works a lot. I mean, if let us assume you have collaborated with some very famous research supervisors from abroad or some India, from let us assume from IITs or IISc, who's a very renowned personality, well known in all over the world. So you have collaborated with him. Just request him to endorse you in LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn profile will be highlighted because of his endorsement. Okay. So that is a very good thing. Also, make sure if you have any skills, you update that key skills by giving a short exam in LinkedIn. It takes like 10 minutes, a short exam to make sure that, okay, that particular skill you have, it is verified by LinkedIn. That yes, this person is actually carrying that skill. Okay. So these are some of the things which makes your LinkedIn profile really good. And every student should have it nowadays. Specifically, I am from the domain of computer science and IT. I really recommend that one should have a LinkedIn profile as well as a GitHub profile.
Wonderful. Arijit, now coming to your selection in this particular university, in this particular course, Calabria, university. You
Yes.
got selected there. So can you share your experience of selection in this university? I mean, when did you think of applying in this university? Could you approach professors for this university, and how you got selected into this particular university? So share your experience with us for this particular selection.
Okay, so talking about this particular selection, it was not much different to the other universities, but the procedure is this: that one needs to first. There is a list of projects and project titles given, like research proposal titles are given, and also given the research supervisor's name there. So that comes with the particular uh, advertisement, like a job notification. I mean, like a PhD notification comes in our IITs or ISCs. Similarly, that comes out from a university. By the way, I would also like to inform, all the opportunities gets published in one particular website. Better that everybody should go and check that website regularly. So you need to visit every particular university's website in Italy. The name of that university is bandi.miur.it.
Can you again repeat that? Yeah, Bendy.
Yes. BANDI .miur .it.
Okay. So all kind of opportunities will come there.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So this particular website is having all that like postdoc, doctoral opportunities, other type of professional research opportunities, whatever comes under the government of Italy. All those notifications comes in this website only.
Okay.
Make sure that you open this particular website in Google Chrome, not in Firefox.
Okay.
In Google Chrome, there will be a Google translator which will convert that Italian language to English.
Okay.
So that you can see, I mean, go through easily of all the positions. Okay. There are drop downs through which you can select your particular area, your particular university, whether there is any opening or not. You make sure that you are seeing that latest job advertisements and all. So those things are given there. So I also came to know about this opportunity from there only. So there were only 51 vacancies in entire university and 8 vacancies in this department of ICT or Information Communication Technology. So I straight away applied there. There were no application fee with my research proposal, CV, and passport and other some documents, transcripts and all. And I, even before applying that, I talked to that professor. So the moment I mailed, after 8 days maybe, I got a reply from him for a Google Meet. So he talked to me over Google Meet, and then we kind of mutually decided a research proposal. So my professor was very helpful to me, supportive to me, that even in weekends he brought out times for me to have Google Meet discussions and made sure that a particular research proposal made a very proper way. And eventually what happened that particular my CV and this particular research proposal got selected. So there were marks given, 20 marks was given on this particular I mean, maximum marks was 20 in this research proposal and maximum marks was 10 in this CV. And out of 30, you need to get at least 21 to get qualified for interview. And in any university in Italy, that happen. These things happen in this way only. Like there are, like in India also, we find out a particular merit list. Same thing happens there as well. So the cutoff marks was 21. I got 26. So I was called for the interview. And in the interview date, I mean, it was a open interview kind of thing, I can say, because in a Google Meet, all the like 28 candidates who were called for the interview joined together. Okay, so maybe almost 70 people applied, 28 or 27 candidates were called in the interview, and people were taking interview one after the other. And in the interview, specifically, mostly professors were asking for the research proposal. Their main concern was whatever the things you wrote on your research proposal, whether you can justify those things at the time of the interview. That was the main target of having an interview. Otherwise, most of the time, they already screen through the CV and they know how much genuine that person is. So the 3 people were there at the interview bench. They evaluated the profile and finally they gave the interview round marks. So total out of 8 people, my name came on 4th. Okay. So that is how I got selected.
Okay. So Arijit, now coming to very important part which the students want to know. Number one, in Italy, do they need to know the language Italian or English will do?
English is fine. English is fine in side of any university. All the people are coming from different regions because these universities contains most of the foreign people. Okay. Like yes, of course, the the population of Italians are there for sure inside of the university, but almost in some universities the population is of 20%, 30% of foreigners. So in this particular area where I'll be going, it is the southern part of Italy. In southern part of Italy, it's a challenge. Like in northern part of Italy, even in the locals, you can talk to them in English and they will understand. But when it comes to the southern part of Italy, for talking to locals, better if you know Italian language rather. So which will help you to do the regular activities, regular day-to-day activities. So if you want to purchase something in the grocery, or you want to do some other type of task, so those things actually be easier if you know basic Italian. Not a like fully fledged thing, but yeah, basic Italian you need to know.
Okay. Now, Arijit, next part, which is very, very important, and that is the finance. Like how much scholarship you will get there. And when people go for PhD, they have also one thing in their mind, that for how many years I need to do PhD and what scholarship I'll be getting. Is it possible for me to save some money in during PhD or not? So what is your answer to this?
Compared to other countries like specifically US,
Okay.
The PhD sometimes goes even 5-6 years, like India.
Okay.
Okay. When it comes to UK, they take 3 to 4 years. I mean, 3.5 to 4 years. UK, if I say so. Germany also sometimes they take, but majorly it happens in 4 years. But some countries like Italy, they have specifically mentioned that the course will be of 3 years.
Okay.
So within 3 years you have to complete. Otherwise, your funding will be stopped. That is one thing. Second thing, in some cases, what happens? You need to stop your PhD as well. Once your funding is stopped, your PhD is also kind of stopped. Only how can you support yourself? Although the government is very good, they give some type of support. That's a different thing. That's a different story. I'll not get into that right now. Talking about the scholarship, in this particular university, I am getting 16,243 euros a year.
Okay.
And a net around like 1,200 euros a month. So the actual amount is yet not decided, but yes, around 1,200 euros a month.
Okay.
Which is sufficient in Italy for sure. I mean, any part of Italy with 1,200 euros, even if you are staying in Milan or Rome, you can easily, and one person can easily survive with 1,200 euros. Which is not easy when it comes to northern countries. Like if you are going to Scandinavian countries, the expense is higher, much higher than this.
Okay.
So that is, I mean, the expense and the scholarship that they provide, it's balanced properly, so that nobody should be having any trouble.
Okay. So as per what you said, Arijit, that PhD you can complete within 3 years. They advertise it for 3 years. And you said approximately 1,200 euros is a scholarship per month you will be getting. So can you save also some money in that, or what is the situation? Like 1,200 euro is what?
My latest information that one person's expense in a month is around 500 to 600 euros max.
Okay.
I mean, it is the proper way. If one wants to spend, there is no end of spending. Like even 1,200 euros sometimes gets less. But if somebody wants to spend it properly means like for example, a standard one room apartment,
Understood.
a standard standard bike or something. If he or she wants to have any transportation facility, if he or she doesn't want to use any public transport, all these things and grocery and all together, including entertainment cost and all, I'm telling that 500 to 600 euros is fine enough, because whatever the information I got from my I'm not fellow exactly, rather the other people whom I know in Italy staying, they are saying that this is enough actually.
Okay. So that means 500 euro, 600 euro you can save also per month.
Yes. You
can do that. Now, Arijit, coming to post PhD opportunities. When you will be completing your PhD, Arijit, what kind of opportunities will explore for you after that? Okay.
So one thing I forgot to mention actually. So while PhD, it is mandatory in Italy, specifically who is holding this particular scholarship. I'm having the scholarship of PNRR scholarship. This is a particular name of the scholarship given by the government of Italy. There are other type of scholarships also that they give. So one of the important clauses in this scholarship, or most of the scholarship, is having a clause that while doing the PhD, at least 3 to maximum of 18 months, you can do your research with collaboration at abroad.
Okay.
So, for example, I am going there in Italy because of my this particular topic. If I need to go outside, even rather I do not need to, but rather I have to go outside and spend there for 3 to 18 months. Depends how much time I need to be there. And for during that time, they will be paying you 50% extra salary. I mean, whatever the stipend you are getting, the scholarship you are getting, they will give you even extra 50% on that. So if you are staying in Milan, for example, they are providing you 1400 euros, you'll be getting almost around 2100 euros while you're pursuing your research abroad. Acha. When you are going outside of Italy, you will be having this opportunity to do good research collaboration in that country. So that if you want to do postdoc there, that avenue will be created now onwards only when you are doing your PhD. So that's a very good opportunity which is given exclusively by Italian government, I found, because there are other institutes, but there is nothing mandatory written there. But here in this Italy, most of the institutes in their advertisement mention that you have to go at least for 3 to 18 months.
Okay.
So that's a very new thing what I found.
Yes. Arijit, you are BSc and MSc in computer science only. So as we know, opportunities in computer science, especially in foreign countries, are more. What about opportunities for those students who graduate in other field, like maybe science field, physics, chemistry, mathematics, or engineering field like electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, chemical engineering? So what are the opportunities for these students in Italy?
Okay, so when it comes to other engineering subjects, there are plenty of opportunities, to be honest, because nowadays the scenario is that in every sector there is some kind of tech intervention. Every sector, whether it's mechanical engineering, civil engineering, any sector. So for example, there is a thing called digital twin, which is extensively used in civil engineering nowadays. So similarly in mechanical, in other type of engineering also you will find these things. Now there are subjects called interdisciplinary subjects, which are new to India actually. If you see, so it has always been there in Europe and US and UK, Australia, New Zealand, all these countries, they were already having this. So I think the people who wants to study interdisciplinary research, they should be going to some of the countries outside India, where they will be getting even more cutting edge technology exposure, which maybe I'm not sure, although I didn't do any kind of full-time research work other than this IIT. I didn't do I didn't explore every research institute in India, but yeah, I can assure that in every research institute in abroad, you'll be getting enough exposure in interdisciplinary research for engineering. Talking about basic science, if you have any programming language, then it helps, because I'm giving you some of the subjects name, like computational biology, computational chemistry, computational physics. So if you want to go into the theoretical area of computer science, theoretical area of physics, chemistry, or biology, those are some way or the other, connected using these subjects called computational biology and all. There are subjects like bioinformatics, genetic engineering. Okay, all these things are having some way or the other technology intervention. So if somebody is interested in these areas, they can surely go, because a lot of opportunities are there.
So Arijit, can you mention some of the very good universities in Italy which Indian students should explore?
Of course. So if one wants to apply in Italy, I would suggest that there are the best universities there are University of Bologna, which is the oldest university right now is in work in Italy. So even in the world as well, so it's more than 1,000 years old university. So University of Bologna, Sapienza University of Rome, Politecnico di Milano, University of Turin, University of Pisa, University of Venice, University of Florence. I mean, these are the major big universities with good QS rankings. University of Calabria is very good, but the thing is, as it is a newer in the list of universities, it is having a lot of capability and all, but still it is new, due to which its ranking is not that high. But maybe sooner or later it will also get its worthy position in the top list.
So that's a wonderful, Arijit. A lot of information from your side, and we have come to almost an end of this wonderful session. I hope I've not missed most important things I try to ask.
I would just like to mention one thing I forgot to mention. Yeah. This is an important thing actually. A lot of people also think about whether their bachelor's degree marks or bachelor's degree how much it affects into their PhD
Yes, yes,
application and all.
yes.
So let me tell you first, I didn't do BTech, so I didn't have any 4-year course in my CV. And in my BSc, I got only 51.75%, not even first class.
Okay.
Okay, so I believe that rather focusing on the things which you do not have,
yes, focus on
one should focus on the things which one can change at that present time.
Yes, yes.
So
That is a very positive approach and positive way to see the things, because that is true that the moment students have very less in graduation, they keep on thinking about that part which they don't have, and stop even putting effort on something which they can do. And that is my experience also, Arijit. Like there are opportunities. I mean, this world is quite a big space for students, and there are opportunities. Even if, as you mentioned, that if someplace even GRE and TOEFL is not required, so they will be happy with your research experience, whatever you had. And you, in the beginning, you mentioned that your exposure in teaching and JRF must have helped in this entire process also.
Yes.
So, students have one thing or the other in their hands, and if they don't have, they can create those things. They can create that impact in their entire selection process. So that was quite a good enriched experience, Arijit, I had with you. Learned many things: how to mail, how to create LinkedIn profile, and how to find out the opportunities in universities in Italy. And many things I came to know about the applications for Italy, universities in Italy. So I'm very sure students who will listen to this entire interaction, they will get a fairly good idea for the opportunities. And as you at the end said that not only computer science but other branches also can get very good opportunity. So students will surely listen to that. So let me again thank you, Arijit, for coming forward and giving you this time and sharing this entire experience. I'm very sure that will help to students. And I wish
it was a really nice talking to you, sir. I'm really happy that I got this platform to share my experience. I think most of the people who's thinking of applying abroad, they will have some kind of help with this video, and they can carry ahead.
Yes. Let me wish you all the very best for your career ahead, research career, Arijit, and look forward to interact with you once again, once you are in the middle of your PhD, right?
Yeah, sure.